Andarki namaskaramulu. Today is another good day that we are going to start a new topic, Kathopanishad. We had an introduction yesterday after the previous class, and today we are going to have Kathopanishad in today and Monday and Tuesday. 3 days we are going to have this in detail. So let us start the session with Vande Mataram and Prarthana. So let us request Challa Chittibabu Garu to start Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Subrajosna Pulakitayamini, Pullakusumita Drumadala Sobhini, Suhasini, Sumadhura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. Anantan Garu, please chant Prarthana.
Hari Om. 1 minute meditation. Let us close our eyes. Sit erect. Namaste Vayu. Watch the breath. Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi iti Veda Vachanaha. In this attitude, I watch the breath. Effortlessly. Breath is coming of its own, going of its own. Like Sakshi, I am watching the breath. Om. 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 Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jashtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anushrvanoti Visida Sadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Virvajinivati Dhinam Avitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha. Gurureva gatir gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave naguroh paramam shishurasmi guroh matirasti gurau mama pahi guro jnananandamayam devam nirmalaspatikakritim adharam sarva vidyanam हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्।
ధన్యవాదములండి మోహన్ గారు. Now let us start with webinar. Let us request Visalakshi garu.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. ఓం శ్రీ వరలక్ష్మీదేవ్యై నమో నమః. ఓం సదాశివ సమారంభాం వ్యాస శంకర మధ్యమాం అస్మదాచార్య పర్యంతాం వందే గురు పరంపరాం. శంకరం శంకరాచార్యం కేశవం బాదరాయణం సూత్ర భాష్య కృతౌ వందే భగవంతౌ పునః పునః. ఓం ఆత్మస్వరూపులైన మీ అందరికీ కూడా మనందరికీ కూడా శుభ వరలక్ష్మీ వ్రత దివస శుభాకాంక్షలు. వరలక్ష్మీదేవ్యాః అనుగ్రహ ప్రాప్తిరస్తు. ఓం సహనావవతు సహనౌ భునక్తు సహ వీర్యం కరవావహై తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. ఓం నమో భగవతే వైవస్వతాయ మృత్యవే బ్రహ్మ విద్యా ఆచార్యాయ నచికేతసే చ. Now, yesterday just I gave only a little introduction of Kathopanishad. Still a lot of is to be given, but in general I spoke about what is the importance of that our Sanatana Vedas in our Sanatana Dharma, Vedas, Vaidika Vangmaya, then Upanishads, the place of Upanishads in Vedas and all. Now actually what is meant by Upanishad is to be known first. Jagadguru Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada defined the word Upanishad in Kathopanishad Bhashya and in other places also, in the Bhashyas of Brihadaranyaka and then some other Upanishads also. So this Upanishad is actually Brahma Vidya. That is Atma Vidya, knowing about our own self, Atma. Sadir Dhatur Visharana Gati Avasadanarthasya Upani Purvasya Quip Prichayantasya Rupam Upanishaditi. This is the definition given by Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada Jagadguru. The word Upanishad is derived by adding two prefixes Upa and Ni to the root, and also Quip Prichaya as a suffix to the root Sad Shadul Shadul, so we say actually Sad Shadul, which has the meanings of Visharana, Gati and Avasadana. Three meanings it is giving. So Visharana means it is destroying, splitting, breaking into pieces. Visharana. Then Gati means Gamana, going, approaching and attaining, obtaining. Then Avasadana. Avasadana means to put an end. to loosen the chains of this world like that. So the word Upanishad means knowledge. Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of Brahman, the ultimate reality, it is called as the Upanishad because this knowledge splits up, then injures, that is, destroys the seeds of this world. It is due to the vasanas which are like the seeds that our birth and death, this parampara is coming and growing as if the tree is growing from the seed. And what are the seeds actually? The seed is the ignorance, ajnana. Due to ajnana, this bondage is coming to us. If that ajnana has gone, it means if we have the real jnana, then we will recognize ourselves as Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, and this world will no more exist for such Brahma Jnani. So by this Upanishadic Jnana, the knowledge of Upanishads, one can lead his life here on this earth very happily and comfortably and can attain heavenly abode if he wants. But mostly they won't wish at all to gain Svarga, Loka, this Loka, that Lokas and all. And if we want to attain moksha by Brahma Jignasa and obtaining Brahma Jnana, we can get moksha. That is, the Upanishadic education gives us Aihika Sukha, Amushmika Ananda, and also Nisreyas, moksha. Upani Sada, we said. Upa actually means near. Ni means below. Niche we say as Ni also means Nishtha, stubbornness, understanding, firmness. And also Ni means to sit below. When master Acharya Guru is sitting at a seat on a seat, then below to him the disciple should sit on ground with devotion and bhakti and with jignasa to gain the Brahma Jnana. These meanings of the word Upanishad, these three meanings that we gave now, all these meanings are seen in the mantra slokas of Kathopanishad itself. We can find how the meanings of the word Upanishad are shown in the mantras of Kathopanishad itself. Visharana, Gati, and then Avasadana. So Visharana, actually, the first one we can see, the characteristics of Parabrahman are described in a very beautiful mantra sloka by which one can get moksha, liberated. That is, the chains will be broken and he will reach the gamya which we have to read. So, Ashabdam Asparsham Arupam Avyayam Tatharasam Nityam Aganthavachayat Anadyanantam Mahataha Param Dhruvam Nichayatan Mrutyumukhat Pramuchyate. One becomes free from the jaws of the clutches of death by knowing that which is soundless, Ashabdam, Asparshan, touchless, then colorless and undiminishing, and also tasteless, which is eternal, orderless, then without beginning and without end also. In fact, because we say for ajnana there is an end, though it is anadi, but for jnana is permanent, it is eternal. And the moment we attain this jnana, nothing will remain for that individual except that chittakara vritti, that is the Brahma Jnana itself. So this Parabrahman, it is distinct, it is very far away from even Mahat, which we say is the source of emanating, that is coming out of this Srishti Krama. Then another, actually it is there in the first adhyaya of third part, third valli, it is 15th mantra, the Ashabdam Asparsham. Then second one, in second adhyaya, third valli, 18th mantra, Mrityu proktam nachiketotha labdva, nachiketaha atha labdva, vidyametam yoga vidhim cha krutsnam, brahma prapto virajaha aput, virajo aput vimrutyuhu. Anyopyevam anyaha api evam yo vidathati atmameva. So Nachiketa, having first become free from the virtue and vice, as also desire and ignorance, by acquiring this Brahmajnana imparted to him by God of death, Yamatharma Raja, as also the process of yoga in its totality, attaining Brahman, Parabrahman. Then anyone else too who becomes a knower, thus in this manner as Nachiketa obtained. Similarly, if anyone also obtains, they also will be remaining in that state of Brahmi Sthiti, of the indwelling self, attains Brahmajnana and so becomes Brahman. Then in first Adhyaya of first Valli, 13th mantra, Satvam Agnigum Swargya Madhyeshi Mrityo Prabruhitvam Sradhathanasya Makyam Swargam Loka Amrutam Bhajantam Etadvitiyena Vare Vrunena. Vrune Varena. Vrune means I choose Varena. As second boon, I am selecting this. That's what Nachiketa is telling. So, O death, O God of death, such as you are, you know that that fire which leads to heaven, out the and of that you tell me, who am full of faith. I got full faith and confidence in that Agnividya and in you also. So you please teach me that Vidya by which I can become immortal. I can also reach that heavenly abode, because the dwellers of heaven, they all are immortal. They do not have any getting jara maranas, old age and death. So this I choose a second boon, he says, that is by gaining the knowledge of this Kathopanishad, we can also reach that heavenly abode. We can loosen our the chains of birth and death. Then the seeds, the vasanas, karma seshas of the individual jivas also would be destroyed. All these three, the meanings of the word Upanishad, the prayojanas of Upanishad, are seen here in this Kathopanishad itself. So this is called as the Upanishad by virtue of its bearing the meaning of loosening of the root shadil, in as much as by leading to the result, achievement of heaven, of miseries, as living in the womb, taking birth, growing, getting old age, diseases, and then decaying, and all these will not be there. So this is a sort of continuously recurring process in this Janma Marana Valaya. So this thus it will be spoken that dwellers of heaven get immortality. Here immortality means it is not mukti, because it is heavenly immortality, amrutatva. Even gods, they are not completely immortal. They are immortal in the sense they live for a very, very, very long time. So there they will not get any diseases, old age. So for living such a very long time is getting immortality. But for getting liberated, for getting moksha, one should have Brahma Jnana. Jnana devatu Kaivalyam. That is what all the Upanishads speak. Then the Kathopanishad, actually it is divided into 2 chapters, and they are called as Adhyaya. Prathama Adhyaya, Dvitiya Adhyaya. Then each Adhyaya is again divided into 3 vallis. Valli means actually a creeper. A creeper grows taking the support of any big tree or a pillar or something. So that which is growing with the support of the knowledge of Brahman, with in the dialogues between Achiketa and Yamatharma Raja. So all these vallis are growing towards giving us immortality, Shashwata Ananda, Mukti, in all the mantras. So total in this, the mantras are 119, actually 119 mantras are there altogether in this Kathopanishad. It is not too big or it is not very small as Mandukya Upanishad, which got only 12 mantras. Then Isavasya Upanishad only 18 mantras. Now Kathopanishad it is in middle stage actually. It's very nice. The very big Upanishads are Chandogya and Bruhadaranyaka, which is very big one. The name itself indicates. So, including Shanti Mantra, we can say there are 120 mantras here, mantra slokas. So, the Shanti Mantra should be recited both in the beginning, at the end of Upanishad education, study of Upanishads. And this Kathopanishad got the Shanti Mantra, which I already explained yesterday, Sahana Vautu Mantra. Now, in this Upanishad, beautiful story is narrated. Many morals and customs, our Sanatana Dharma traditions and customs are also taught to us. Then Brahma Jnana or Atma Jnana is very well explained with so many upapattis, we say, and also in a very easily understandable manner. So the characteristics of Brahman, actually, what are the lakshanas of Brahman are given in a very, very beautiful manner in so many mantras. One of those mantras is fifth valli, that is second adhyaya, second valli, first mantra and second mantra. First mantra is a sort of introduction. Second mantra actually gives wherever, in whatever forms, this Brahman is visible in this world. Every day, all of you, while doing Sancha Vandana, you are reciting that mantra also. Tomorrow we'll see that. So now this actually, in a very brief manner, I'll tell the story and then we'll start. Once upon a time, sage Vajasravas, a very great sage, he performed Visvajit Yaga. Actually, this Visvajit Yaga is of such sort that mostly kings perform such yagas. And Brahmins also sometimes, sages also perform such yagas. So whoever perform this yaga, Visvajit Yaga, they should completely donate whatever they possess, all their possessions, complete their prosperity, their wealth, they should offer at the end of performing this yaga. That is when this process is completed. Then at the end, as danas and afterwards as dakshinas, a complete property should be given away. Actually, Rakhu Maharaja also performed this Visvajit Yaga and donated his entire money, the treasure, complete treasure of his treasure house. Also, he donated and he was left with mud pots. So that is the procedure. So Vajasravas also, after doing this yaga, started to donate all the cows, because in those days cows are the property, that is the asti, we say. So he started donating all the cows to all the Ritviks as dakshinas, to Brahmins as danas and all. So then his son, he got two sons, Swetaketu and Nachiketa. Swetaketu's Vrittanta will come in Chandogya Upanishad. Even there, this Vajasrava Suddala Karini explains him the Brahma Jnana with so many stories, Upapatis, examples in 9 times. He says, Tattvam Asi Swetaketu. Now here, his second son, Nachiketas, his name is. So this Nachiketa, he started to observe what his father is doing. Actually, by birth, he is Jignasu and he is a Jnani. So he thought that his father is donating such cows which have become very old, which are incapable of giving milk, and also which that is they, so by donating such sort of cows which may not be useful to the people who take the cows. So what is the use of donating such cows when they cannot utilize them? So what, with whatever intention his father is doing, that purpose may not be gained by his father. That is what Nachiketas thought. So he thought that because even he is the property of his father, so he should be given away as dakshina to any one of the Ritviks, so that because he is a very worthy son, having noble qualities and very good disciple, student studying Vedas. So even by self-sacrifice, he thought that his father should gain whatever Divya Lokas he wants to gain, for the with which intention he started to do this yaga. So what he did, this Nachiketas came to his father and questioned him, "Oh father, to whom you are offering me as dakshina, to whom you are giving me away?" Then father did not reply. He just kept silent. Then second time, the boy came and asked again. Then the father said, "You should not talk like this and go." Then for third time again, he came and insisted, saying that, "To whom you are giving me?" Then he got anger, the father. So immediately he said, "I'm giving you to Yama. Yamaya Mrityave." So he said he's giving him to Yamadharmaraja. Then Nachiketa started to contemplate in his mind, why, what wrong I did, what is the use of Yamadharmaraja with me, what he will do with me if I go there. He thought that he may be given to any Ritviks here on the earth, but Yamadharmaraja is in Yamaloka. And so he thought that I am in the middle of many people here, and also I am one of the best disciples of my father, because his father is Guru Acharya to him. So when I am of such disciple, why I have been given? But even then he thought whatever words his father says must become true, because he is great sage, having Satyavak. Actually, by the power of the words of Vajasravas itself, this boy he should have gone immediately to the Yamaloka. But because there is a sort of father-son bond is there and relationship is there. And in fact, father actually, we do not know whether with what intention father said, "I'm giving you to Yama." Maybe it is due to anger, because 3 times he questioned, or maybe with any other purpose. So anyhow, Nachiketa approached his father and requested him and prayed him that, "Oh father, whatever you said should become true. So you please send me to Yamaloka." Then his father sent him to Yamaloka by the merit of his penance. It's though not mentioned there in the mantras, it is understood. So this boy went there. And at that time, Yama was not there at his residence. So he just came there to the threshold. He entered into the house, but did not enter into the rooms. At outside itself, he stood and he inquired. He said that, "You please convey that a boy by name Nachiketas, the son of Vajasravas Uddalakaruni, has come to pay his homage to you, to Yamadharmaraja." Then the attendants and all their people, servants will be there. They said he is not at home. Then his wife came, Yamadharmaraja's wife came, and she wanted to give Arkhya Padya and all, because he is a Brahmin boy and that too a disciple, Vidyarthi, Sishya, studying under Acharya. But he said, "I must first see and talk to Yamadharmaraja. Till that time, I will not do anything. I have been sent to Yama. So I will await." Thus he waited for 3 days, 3 nights, 3 ratri, they say. So for 3 nights he waited there without eating anything, without drinking anything, and did not even sleep during nights also. He just stood like that as it was as given. So for 3 nights, he waited fully. It was the truth that actually, if a guest comes to anybody's house, then without eating, if he returns away, he takes away the merit of the gruhastha and goes away. That is why we must honor the guest. That is the principle of our, one of the principles of our Sanatana Dharma. So if the guest remains for one night without eating anything, then the Shastra says that the gruhasthas asha and pratiksha will be destroyed, taken away. Later I will tell you what is asha, what is pratiksha. Then on the second day also, suppose the atithi stays without eating anything, then the punya acquired by the gruhastha by doing all so many righteous works are there, by which we gain merit to punya. So that entire punya will get destroyed, it will go away. Then suppose for third night also the guest remains without eating, then what happens? The gruhastha's children will get destroyed, and the complete cattle, that is the asti, sampada, prosperity will be destroyed. So powerful is the atithi, especially Brahmin atithi who shines like the fire. So this Yamadharmaraja returned on the fourth day morning, and he came to know that this boy is waiting. Immediately, as soon as he returned home, his wife told him that a very great Brahmin boy who is shining so lustrous, with Brahminica luster and shining like the fire, is awaiting. He is waiting for your arrival since 3 days. And he did not even eat anything or sleep during night also. Then immediately this Yamadharmaraja went there. He took water to wash his feet and all, arghya, paja, etc. So he went there, he served this atithi properly according to as per Shastra, washed his feet, gave him water to drink and all. And also he granted 3 boons, because the boy waited for 3 nights. Yamadharmaraja said, because you waited for me 3 nights, so I'm granting you 3 boons. You can choose as you like. Whatever boons you ask now, I will certainly give you. Then he became very much pleased. So he said, this first boon, as first boon, he asked that his father, because he was angry on him, he sent. So the boy says that when you send me back to my house, my father should be very cool, calm, with peace of mind, and he should be very happy and receive me properly, with showing the same affection as he used to show me normally. So the Yamadharmaraja granted. So in this one boon, the boy asked 3 boons, so many boons. Then second one he asked is, by worshipping what sort of fire you could become this Yamadharmaraja, you could gain this position of Yamatva. Yamadharmaraja, you became God, by which you do not have Jara, Marana, Bhaya and all. So what sort of Agni is that? You please teach me. Then he became very happy. So Yamadharmaraja taught him this Agni, the complete details of Agni, Vedi and all, how, with all what sort of procedure and with mantras that fire is to be worshipped. Then this boy is so clever and Ekasantagrahi that he repeated whatever Yamadharmaraja instructed him. So being impressed by the methas and jignasa of this boy, Yamadharmaraja granted a very small sub-boon, 2 boons actually. So sub-boon is, now onwards this fire would be called by your name as Nachiketa Agni. And also whoever worship this Nachiketa Agni will reach heaven. So that is the boon. And also he presents him a sort of garland. very beautiful stone garland. If he keeps that, he will shine with luster and jnana. So thus Yamadharmaraja granted and asked him to select third boon. As the third boon, this Nachiketa questions that, I heard that when people die, I do not know whether he is dying completely. Somebody say the body is dying and decaying, but the jiva is not dying. So where is that jiva going and reaching? What is the tattva of the jiva actually? So thus he questioned to know, he inquired to know about Brahman, the Atman, Atma Tattva he wanted to be instructed. Here, Yamadharmaraja tried to divert Nachiketa's mind and offered many things to tempt him, because this Brahmajnana should not be instructed unless the recipient, he is deserving for that. Suppose we have to get seat in engineering or medicine, certain qualifications are must. For any work to do, qualification is essential. So thus some eligibility test he wanted to put it to this Nachiketas. So whether he is really intending it or not, is he firmly standing on this or getting tempted, or is he really having the qualifications that are a must to be possessed by those who are Brahma Jignasins and who receive Brahma Jnana. So he wanted to test that and tempted in very detailed manner. That we'll do no later while going through mantras one by one. Then he replied, Nachiketa, that he is very firm. He said, only this boon I select, and I do not want either that gold or land or long years life, this, that, wives and all. He said so many. So all these, they are nothing to me. I do not want anything except this. So you please, you are the real teacher and you are the only Acharya who can instruct me about the knowledge which I want to seek. And I am the most deserving disciple for you. Other than me, nobody will come to you to seek this Brahmajnana with such interest and firmness, Shraddha. So that is how so firmly he said. Then Yamadharmaraja became very much pleased. He appreciates a lot Nachiketa, and then Yamadharmaraja speaks about Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga, which is a very beautiful one. So Shreyas means, though it appears as if it is creating a sort of little hard, that is difficult to face difficulties now, but in long run, for a very long time, we'll be very happy. Whereas Preyo Marga is, it appears as if it is very great to have giving pleasure, happiness and all enjoyments, but in due course of time, we will not get that Shreyas which is long lasting. So he speaks about the difference between Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga, and later he instructs about Brahma Jnana. Actually, he gives all the characteristics of Atman and how to gain that. So many mantras of Kathopanishad are directly there in Bhagavad Gita. And so many mantras from this Kathopanishads are being quoted by all, and Jagadguru Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada and so many other great scholars of such type, also in their explanations, in their bhashyas, in commentaries and all. So this Upanishad is very basic and most important Upanishad, which is to be studied. In fact, if we study one Upanishad sincerely, knowing the meanings and antararthas, the inner meanings which are behind the mantras, that is enough to gain Brahmajnana if really we are Brahma Jignasis. But we should concentrate on that and do Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. This is important. We should listen attentively, then we should do Manana. What all we have heard, we have to think on that. Then we have to meditate upon that. Then we can attain what we have to attain. So now that is for the study of any Shastra, not only Brahma Vidya and Vedanta Shastra, but there are so many Shastras. to study any Shastra, they say Anubandha Chatushtaya is there. And this Anubandha Chatushtaya is very essential. Chatushtaya means four. What are these four? Vishaya, the subject. Then Adhikari, who deserves to study that subject. Then Prayojana, what is the purpose? Because nobody does any work without any prayojana, without the intention of getting some profit, some gaining should be there. So, prayojana, third one. Then sambandha, what is the relationship between that vishaya, this adhikari, and the purpose, the prayojana? This is sambandha, the relationship. So, to study any shastra, all these four are required. Now here now our study is Brahma Vidya. This is the Kathopanishad. It is Jnana Kanda. So now because we have to study this Kathopanishad, actually what is the subject here? The subject matter is Brahma Jnana and Atma Jnana, the knowledge of Upanishads. Then also having the knowledge of Upanishads means gaining Jiva Brahma Aikya, having the knowledge of Ekatva. So that is the purpose. So knowing about Jivatma, Paramatma and Prakriti. This is the subject matter. Even this we are knowing the same subject. So this is the subject of Kathopanishad and the knowledge of Upanishads. Then the Adhikari, the qualified person. Who is the qualified person who deserves to receive this knowledge? All of you and me, all of us, to know this subject matter. Actually, he who is having in that is who chitta suddhi, we say purity of the heart, whose heart is and mind is chitta, mano buddhi chitta ahankara. In four forms the antakarana works. So all these four should be pure. Many impurities are there, so that impurities should be completely removed. So to remove the impurities of our chitta and to get chitta suddhi, that karmakanda is very essential. That is why in the Vedas, 3/4 part is allotted for karmakanda. Because to remove our ignorance, to come out of the avidya, to make our chitta befitting to gain Brahma Jnana. So we should know Karmakanda also. Then only when we are qualified, we have to come to study Upanishad Jnana. So such great is the subject about which we are going to know now in 3 days now at present. So by that we get Chitta Suddhi and Chitta Ekagrata, concentration. To have Brahmajnana, the Adhikari actually is a sadhana chatushtaya sampanna. Sampanna means having sampada. One should have already acquired sadhana chatushtaya. There are four deserving qualities which a person should acquire if he wants to receive Brahmajnana. So it is very essential for me, for all of you, for everyone also. If we are Brahma Jignasis and want to gain Brahma Jnana. Now I'll tell what these four. Sadhana Chatushtaya I will tell. Now second, this is first one. Then Adhikari, I said subject matter Adhikari. Then Prayojana. Prayojana is gaining Brahma Jnana. The very purpose of the study of Upanishads is Atyantika Dukkha Nivrutti, we say, and Parama Ananda Prapti, because this world is endowed with, though we feel we are enjoying and we are very happy, we are experiencing Ananda, all these Anandas, happinesses, bliss or joy or whatever name we keep, they all are mixed with Dukkha. Without Dukkha, no Sukha is there in this world. And all these sukhas are just temporary. They are not at all permanent. So we should gain permanent happiness, which is not at all mixed with any sort of dukkha lesha. That is the parama prayojana. Now, what is the sambandha? Fourth one is sambandha. This sambandha is a relationship between the subject, this adhikari, prayojana, all these three, because the subject matter should be befitting to the mentality and of the adhikari, and adhikari must select such a subject topic which he wants to have sincerely, because he knows the prayojana only. To gain that, if we want to do any work, we aim the prayojana first. To achieve that, we do this work. So this anubandha. So now the sadhana chatushtaya, what is meant by sadhana chatushtaya is one who got these four qualities, which I am going to tell now, is called as sadhana chatushtaya sampanna, endowed with these four qualities. The first one is nitya nitya vastu viveka. Nitya anitya vastu viveka. Viveka means discriminative power, not only simple intelligence. We must have such capacity to discriminate what is nitya and what is anitya. If we sincerely search on it, to do tapa on it and find out, we can recognize that all the things, items, feelings, everything belonging to this world and the hereafter worlds, all are anitya. They all are temporary. They are not at all shasvata. The only shasvata is tam aksharam adhigamyate. They say only paravidya and aparavidya are given in Kathopanishad. So that all these are aparavidyas. Even Vedas, including Vedas, they all are aparavidyas. Only Upanishadic jnana, Brahma jnana alone is paravidya. Then to know about Akshara Parabrahman is the real jnana, which is nitya, eternal, shasvata. So one should have this knowledge that what is anitya, what is nitya. Then second qualification among this sadhana chatushtaya, it is iha amutra phala bhoga viraga. Iha amutra phala bhoga viraga. Viraga is vairagya, that is detachment. We must not have the desire to enjoy the happiness and pleasures of iha. Iha means this world, present, this world, and amutra means hereafter. After leaving the body, we want to go to heaven, Swargaloka, Jagannatha's Loka, Vishnu Loka, Vaikuntha, this, that, and all the lokas, that is amutra. Phala means the result. Whatever fruit works we are doing, if we aim either to enjoy in this world or in the Swargadi Lokas, that is temporary. Having gained such knowledge, he who becomes completely detached, he does not have any desire at all, as Nachiketas now is having ihamutra phala bhoga viraga. He is a viragi, vairagya. Then third qualification is shema damadi shatka sampatti. Shema dama uparati titiksha, then sraddha and samadhana. So one must possess all these. Shatka means six. All these six qualities as a bunch of flowers. So shema is antarindriya nigraha, mano nigraha. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, all these four together. So one should have control over these four. So that is shema, that is antarindriya nigraha. Then dama is bahya indriya nigraha, external sense control. 5 karmendriyas we got and 5 jnanendriyas we got. Tvak, chakshu, shrotra, jivha, ghrana, 5 jnanendriyas. Vak, pani, pada, payu, pastas, they are 5 karmendriyas. So one who got control over external and internal sense organs. Then uparati. Uparati actually means, actually we think rati is enjoyment. Srungara gunasya parakashta is rasasya. So navarasas are there. Srungara hasya karna raudra veera bhayanakaha piphat sadbhuta shantascha. Navanache Rasaha Smrutaha, and every one of us are enjoying all and experiencing all 9 rasas in our life, as it is there in Kavya Natakas and all. So Rati is the Parakasta of Sringara Rasa, they say, but here it is not like that. Upa means near Samipa. So if we just know the words Upa, Rati, the real meaning will not come. It will misguide us. But actually, Uparati here means completely to be away from Kamanas. Now, this word they have used to indicate that Kamanas means here belonging to Kama, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, 4. So that Kama, Purushartha. That is even leading family life also, which is one of the Grihastha Dharmas. That desire should never come to such a person who is real Brahma Jignasi. So that is Uparati means to be away from all sorts of kamanas, desires. Then Titiksha. Titiksha means Sahana, enduring power. In Bhagavad Gita, actually, one of the essences of Bhagavad Gita is Titiksha. We have to develop Titiksha in us. That is what Sri Krishna Paramatma instructs all of us. So Titiksha means Sahana, enduring means Dukkha and Sukha, Sukheshu Anudvigna Manaka, Dukkeshu Vigata Spruhaka and all. So this we should not have that sort of feelings of Sukha and Dukkha, and we must become a sort of Sthita Prajna. We should have the enduring power of Sukha Dukkha's. Then Sraddha. Sraddha means intense and firm belief in the words of Shastra and in the words of Acharya, Guru. So that is Sraddha. Then Guru Vakya, Shastra Vakyeshu, Sraddha, they say. Now Samadhana. Samadhana Parachuta we say in our Telugu also. Samadhana means to become cool and calm without any sort of feelings in our mind is Samadhana. To be in a sort of a tranquility, the state of tranquility. That is Dvandvatita Sthiti, we can say. That is Samadhana. Now, fourth qualification is Mumuksha. Nityanitya Vastu Viveka, Ihamutra Phalabhoga Viraga, Shamadamadi Shatka Sampatti. Fourth one is Mumuksha. These 4 are qualifications for, they are the Sadhana Chatushtaya qualifications for a Sadhaka. Now, Mumuksha, what is Mumuksha? Moktum Icha Mumuksha. The intense desire to get released, to leave, to abandon, to come out of what? All the clutches of this world, to get liberated. If a person is sincerely having the desire to get liberation, to be free from completely, he should never wish that he has to take birth again to see such sceneries, go to such temples, enjoy this sort of, even studying any sort of books to gain knowledge. Even those desires, if are there, will have to take birth again. So we should have firm desire that we should have complete Brahmajnana and gain moksha in this world with this upadhi in this life itself. That is, then we are eligible to gain Brahmajnana. So at once all these points are known, of course, then we need not have to repeat, because now I have already explained about all that 4 Chatushtaya and this Chatushtaya also, Anubandha Chatushtaya and Sadhana Chatushtaya and all, and the introduction of Upanishads and all. So while studying at 3rd and 4th levels, we need not have to go again for these introductions. We can directly recite the Shanti Mantra and go into that Adhyayana of that Upanishad. Now, I shall analyze and explain the Kathopanishad mantras with the meanings and inner meanings, and also what is actually the essence of that Upanishad. That is this Upanishad, Kathopanishad. We'll go as far as possible because today's time is the most important. All mantras are great, all mantras are very important. Even then, as far as possible, the most famous and most important mantras which contain the essence of this Upanishad, I will try to give you. And we both will study and educate ourselves. Then this Kathopanishad actually starts with the mantra Ushan Havai Vajisravasaha Sarva Vedasam Dadau Tasyaha Nachiketa Nama Putra Asa. A sage Vajisravas performed Vishwajit Yaga and donated all his property, that is cows, the cattle and all. He is also called as Aruni. This Vajasravas is called as Aruni because he is the son of a sage by name Aruna. Arunasya apatyam puman Arunihi. Then he is called as Uddalaka. This Vajasravas or Aruni got another name, Uddalaka. Uttadalaka. Ut means above. Udaka. Udaka means water. So he got this name because he tore open the flow of water and arose and came. So he is called as Uddalaka. Uddalaka Aruni, he became famous. Then later on he became famous as Vajasravasa Uddalaka Aruni because of the Anadana he did. And also his father also became famous as Vajasravas. That also I'll explain the meaning of word Vajasravas. So this Uddalaka Aruni, when he was in Gurukula, studying with his Guru, and is in Gurukula, he was asked by his master, by his Guru, to go and stop the flow of water which is damaging their crops. In those days, every person used to have pantapalas, we say, the crops. So once Gandi Padindi, we say, a sort of break has come there to the bridge, and so the water flow started to come and flow into their crops. So the master asked this Uddalaka Aruni. At that time, he was only Aruni, not Uddalaka. So Aruni to go and stop that. This boy went there, he tried to bridge a sort of, he wanted to fill that gap with the stones. Then with the sand, he tried a lot, but he could not succeed. So he thought that somehow he should stop the water because Guru instructed. So he laid down against that flow of water. So he kept the stones, poured sand and all. Even then water is coming. So he slept there. So when he laid down there, then that water flow stopped fully. So he was laying like that. Even though normally during evening time, the children will come back from the that is forests and all, where they go to either collect the samithas or fruits or flowers or grass or anything, or to do any such works of in the fields and all. But this everybody, all the students came back, but this Aruni did not come. So Guru waited till the end of evening. Then when night started, he took a torch in his hand, that is lantar in those days, as we used to do in our olden childhood days also. So with that light, he went in search of Aruni, announcing, that is calling him by name, "Oh Aruni, where are you?" Then when he reached their crops, then Aruni replied that, "Oh Guru, I am here laying under laying this, stopping this water flow." Then the Guru asks him to come out. So he says the water will flow into our crops. Then master says, "No, it will not damage our crops. You come out." Then he comes out because he tore opened that water and came out. Then Guru called him by name, "Oh Uddalaka, you come." So then onwards he became famous by name Uddalaka. Uddalaka Aruni. So then this when he come, that is this story I told because why he is called as Uddalaka Aruni. Now he got this person, then Guru is very much pleased. Whenever Gurus are pleased, in those days so many such stories are there. that though not teaching through process for 12 years or many years, just by the grace of acharyas, disciples become brahmajnanis then and there on the spot. That is the greatness of the power, tapo shakti and capacity of acharyas. So he favored that Guru blessed this Aruni to become a brahmajnani, and also of course, he studied for 12 years. He stayed there in the ashram. Guru taught him, and he studied all the Vedas, which he has to study, and also he got Brahmajnana. So he is such a great person, that Vajasravas. So even this Uddala, because he is called by name Uddalaka Aruni. Now this Uddalaka Aruni is also called as Vajasravas. Why? Because he performed so many yagas, yajnas, and he with nishkama, without desiring the fruit of the karmas, the yagas he performed as if for loka kalyana, just as the Sthita Prajnas and those who are Jivan Muktas do, as Krishna Paramatma says. So thus this Vajasravas is doing these yagas for to become an ideal to others and for Loka Kalyana. So with Nishkama, and also this Vajasravas, he offered a lot, plenty of hutas and prehutas, they say, prehruta, prehuta. Ahuta is offering into the fire while performing Yajna Yagadi Kratus. He gave many hutas, means he performed so many yagas. Then prehrutas or prehutas means every day he used to do Nityanaimittika karmas and offering all food to Paramatma. And also he Vajas means food, eatable. So he used to feed so many people every day. Nirata Annadana he used to do. His father, actually, his father and grandfather also, they all are donating food to so many people, so became famous by name Vajasravas. So hereditarily that name is coming to him, not only because due to dynasty, but because he also did so many hutas and prehutas, he became famous by name Vajasravas. So his father became this Nachiketa. And so due to the, they say in Shastra, the greatness of the grandfather comes to the Pautra, that is son's son, grandson. So this Nachiketa and Swetaketu also, and Nachiketa especially, got that sort of jnana which is inherently there in his grandfather. So that too Ajasravas. So he is a jnani by birth, this Nachiketas. And this actually this Vajasravas, the present Nachiketa's father, he performed so many yagas. Why he is doing all these yagas? Formerly he used to perform to gain Chitta Suddhi, Ekagrata. Then later on he gained this Brahmajnana. When he was in the Gurukula also, he used to do yagas and all along with his Guru. So later on he started doing yagas. Then why he is doing yagas is to get Ekatva Jnana, to gain the knowledge that the whole universe is one. Only Parabrahman alone is there and nothing else is there. That jnana he got. And also actually by performing these yagas, he worshipped, concentrating and offering his mind, his walk, and then his prana. That is, he did upasana, prana upasana he did. Then vag upasana he did. Then mano upasana he did. This Vajasravas. He is such a great person. So those who do in all Upanishads, so many Upanishads are there, the fruit of doing upasanas are given. If vag upasana is done, what fruit we get, and then mano upasana, what is the result we are gaining, and in anna upasana, it is given in Taittiriya Upanishad, what we are gaining and all. So he worshipped them, did upasana, upasinchadu, we say. And also he offered them to Paramatman, Parabrahman. He offered his manas, his prana, his vak and his everything, his I-ness, the jivatva he offered to Paramatma, that is Pranipata we say, and then Prapatti, Saranagati we say. He is in such a higher level, this Vajasravas. He performed Darsha Purnamasadi yagas and all. Actually, he got the eligibility to reach up to Hiranyagarbha Loka, because the fruit of performing Yajna Yagadi Kratus, it is to reach the heavenly abode and higher levels, higher resins from this Bhuloka. So he already got, by doing all these Dashapurnamasa, Chaturmasa Vratas and so many other Vratas and all. So he already conquered Karmalokas. All Karmalokas are on his hand, under his grip. And in fact, though he is Brahmajnani, he wanted to gain Jnanalokas through his son Nachiketas. Because Atmavai Putra Namasi, we say. In fact, this is the secret of Kathopanishad. There are so many inner meanings, but this is the secret. Through his son Nachiketas, this Vajasravas is intending to gain Jnana Lokas, because he has already gained Karma Lokas. He is though Brahmajnani, he wanted to teach his son get Brahmajnana, but he did not instruct him Brahmajnana. He wanted that his son should go to Yama and gain knowledge from Yamadharmaraja. So this is the secret, that through his son, he wanted to gain Jnana Lokas, and thereby he wants to make his son a Brahmajnani. So, because Atmavai Putranamasi, we say, then this Ekatva Jnana, Nachiketa does not have, because he is just a small child. He is Jnani, he is having luster and Jnana, the knowledge in him, but he has to study, he should experience. So he does not have this Ekatva Jnana. So Nachiketas, though he is a Prajnavan, the Bhashya says that Vajasravas is a karmisti, having who got the capacity to go reach up to Hiranyagarbha Loka. That is the final Loka. After Hiranyagarbha, only Parabrahman. So the first appearance of Nirguna Niranjana Paramatma is Hiranyagarbha. Up to that he can reach. But if one step ahead below, he is to Parabrahman. And this Nachiketas is Prajnavan, endowed with Prajna, Prakrushtam Jnanam. So his name itself is Nachiketa, Nachiketas, we say. Kata, Keta, Ketanamu, we say, the flag, Janda, we say. So Keta means Prajna, the wisdom, the knowledge. So Na Chiketa means one who does not have any worldly desires at all is Nachiketa. Then one Nachiketa also means one who got a Prajna. Nachi Keta, Kata, Keta. So with that meaning, he is having the meaning of word Nachiketa is one who got a great wisdom and knowledge, and also one who does not aspire, who does not have any aspirations of enjoyments of this world. All that is Ihamutra Phalabhoga Viraga is there already in him. And also he is having Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. That is why he could recognize that what sort of cows his father is giving, offering. They are, he thought, though he got such knowledge, he saw only outside. He saw only the physical appearance of the cows, but he could not see into the deep, because Upadesha is not there to him till that time regarding Brahmajnana. So though he is a Jnani, he could not penetrate into deep into the tattva of the cows which are being donated by his father to the Ritviks and all. So the father desired that this boy should be sent to Yamaloka as a disciple. In father's mind it is there, and Yamadharmaraja must become his teacher, Guru Acharya, and instruct him about this Brahma Jnana. So this is the reason behind sending this Nachiketas to Yamaloka by his father Vajasravas. So normally whoever performs Visvajit Yaga, we say they have to completely donate Puri Dakshinas, they should give. Not only Puri, everything, whatever they possess. Then this Dakshinas also he is giving desired fruits to be obtained. So they say in Raghuvamsha, Kalidasa Mahakavi, while describing Sudakshina Devi, the wife and queen of King Dilipa, says, Adhvarasyeva Dakshina, Sudakshina is her name. Sudakshina means good, best Dakshina. Dakshina is that which is being offered, given away to the Rutviks for because they performed certain kratu, we have to give Dakshina. Just as unless Dakshina is given, the yajna or the kratu or that puja work will not be fulfilled and complete. The result will not come. If dakshinas are given and the priests are satisfied, then only whatever religious work we do, we can get the result. So Adhvarasyeva Dakshina. She is like Dakshina to Adhvara, Yaga. So this Dakshina is so great. Dakshina also means Dakshata, capability, having the capacity. That is why Daksha Prajapati we say. He is so capable. But he became incapable because he did not worship Parameswara Shiva. So sage Vajasravas performed this Visvajit Yaga and was donating the cows to Ritviks as Dakshina. So on seeing this situation, that Nachiketas, the small boy, when he is watching, Shrestha Avivesha, the mantra says, then Shrestha entered into him, into Nachiketa. When the Shrestha is having full confidence in Shastra. So he thought that he recalled the Shastra Jnana which he has studied till that time, that the Puri Dakshinas should be very pure, very great, very powerful Shaktimatva. If cows are given along with the cows which can yield a lot of milk, which are very healthy, very strong, capable of delivering so many other calves, such sort of cows along with calves should be donated. That is what he got the Shastra Jnana. Due to that, because Shrestha entered into his mind, he got that knowledge. So he thought that his father is not giving such worthy cows as Dana, Dakshina, but he is giving Pitodakaha, Jagthatrunaha, Duktha Dohaha, Nirindriyaha, Anandanama te lokan, Anandanama te lokaha tan sagachati ta dadat. When my father gives such cows which are Pitodakaha, Duktha, Jagthatrunaha, Dukkha Dokaha, Nirindriyaha. 4 qualities he has described here in this mantra. So when by giving such sort of cows, my father is not going to get the real higher worlds and he will not get the fruit which he wanted to gain. So my father is giving the cows which are Pita Udakas. Pita Udaka means which have already drunk the water earlier. Now they do not have even the capacity to drink water. Pita, already Taprichya means past tense. Already drinking is over. They do not have any power to drink even water. Jagthatruna means which have already eaten grass earlier. Now they do not have the capacity even to eat the grass. For us also, when teeth have gone, what to do when there are no tooth in our mouth? We cannot eat anything. We have just to swallow. Even that these cows are not capable of. So that is what this boy is observing. Then duktha doha, that is the milk, entire milk to the maximum capacity which they can produce. Such milk is completely already duktha, milked away long back. Now they are incapable of giving even a single drop of milk. That is, they became barren, a sort of, they cannot give no more milk. And nirindriya, indriyas, when indriyas are in patutva, intact, then vigor will be there, then Shakti will be there, we can do all the works. When body becomes Sithila, then when Jara comes and occupies, Vyathis will come, automatically the body, Shiryata iti Shariram, they say, Dakyata iti Deham. So when Shiryata comes, it reaches the stage of to be burnt. So what is the use of giving such sort of cows which do not have the capacity in their indriyas? So nirindriya means those who can no more produce the calves, they cannot give birth to any more calves, they cannot enjoy the physical enjoyment, and they cannot bear the pregnancy, they cannot deliver the calves. That is the meaning of word nirindriya. So seeing such sort of cows giving, then he, because Retha came, he came to the father and he started to contemplate in his mind first. He thought that my father will certainly get Anandanama Loka. The Lokas, he will gain such worlds where Nanda means Moda, rejoice, happiness, bliss, Ananda is there. Ananda Loka means where Ananda is not there. What is the use of gaining those lokas where Ananda, the Shaswat Ananda is not there, where the bliss is not there? So he thought that because he is the property of his father, if his father donates him, then his father will certainly go to Nanda Lokas, the Lokas where Ananda will be there. Immense bliss and real enjoyment, happiness is there, will be there. So he approached his father slowly and he questioned him, Father, to whom you will offer me? Thus, when he questioned first time, second time, and then third time also, then his father, actually for first time, second time, he asked him not to talk. But when third time he repeated, father thought that this is not at all befitting to a son to talk in such a way. So a little anger entered into him. Whenever any noble people get anger or exhibit anger, that is always for the welfare of others. So the little anger which entered into the mind of this Vajasravasi is also, the anger entered means he got the idea that this boy is not having real jnana, so he should get Brahma jnana. So he sent him. So he replied, Mrutyave tva dadami iti. I am giving you to death. Then listening this reply from father, Nachiketas contemplated sorrowfully. He became very much sorrow struck. Why? Because why his father is asking him to go to Yama? Is he not having love for me? No mother or father ever say. They may think that they can live their lives for the sake of health, wealth, longevity of their children. But no mother or father wants or even say the word. But this person is, his father said, go to Yama. That is Mrichave Dadami. Why? Then he contemplates. Bahuna memi prathamo, bahuna memi machyamaha. Kimsvid yamasya kartavyam, yen maya adya karishyati, yen mayadya karishyati. Among many disciples, I rank as first category. Then among many, I am to the middle. I am in the middle of many people. I am in the first level at first category people, and among second category people, I am in the middle. But I am never in third category, lower category. Then what purpose can there be of death, God, that my father will get, that is achieved through me, or what Yama is going to get benefited by me? What benefit will come to my father or to Yama? Thus he contemplated for a while. Then he thought that the best, actually he said, Bahuna memi prathame, Bahuna memi machyamaka. Who are those first category and second category people? Even that got a good significance here. The best type of, or the first category disciples are those who do themselves what is needful to Acharya, even without master's words, instructions. They know what is to be done, what is needed for the master, and they do. They belong to first category disciples. Then the second category, middle category, say second category people are those who always oblige the words and commands of the guru, the master, and whatever guru says they do. They belong to second category. So those who do even without instructions belong to first category. So among first category people, he stands first at first rank. Then among second category people, he is in the middle. Everyone are doing like that. But he is never in third category. Third category people means even though Guru asks them to do something, those who do not follow the words of Guru, those who do not do those works, they belong to third category. So he is never in such a worst category. So he never disobeyed his Guru or his father. So Nachiketa thought that his father might have said such words, maybe due to temporary anger. Kshanika Odreka, Kshanika Vesa, etc. We say the sages never have such. Nowadays, all people, many youth and even small children, they all are having these Kshanika and Kshanika Avesas, and so are spoiling their lives and spoiling the happy and peaceful atmosphere of families. But in those days, it was never like that. Nobody got such avesha. They are discriminate. They got discriminative power. So they talk only such words which are meaningful and useful. So even then he thought that this Nachiketas, his father's words must become true. So he approached his father, and by that time his father is a little feeling, why I have unnecessarily said that word. Even though he wished that Yama should teach him becoming Acharya, even then he is not willing in his heart, because he does not know whether that by his power he can send, but by his tapo shakti can he bring him back again, because Devata Shakti is always greater than even the power of Rishis. But sometimes Rishi Shakti is more greater than even divine power, God's power. So for a little second, and also because he could not bear the separation of his son even for few days also, that is why without sending him to any other Gurukulas, he only is teaching them. So he is hesitating a little. Then at that time, this Nachiketas approached his Guru and requested and prayed him. Actually, Nachiketa prayed his father, Anupashya yada purve pritipashya tatha apare sasyamiva martyaha pachyate sasyamiva ajayate punaha. Oh father, please consider successively how your forefathers, ancestors behaved, following only dharma. Whatever they say, they follow. So, and also you consider how others at present also are behaving, all noble people, great persons, how they are behaving. When once a word is said, that should be put into practice. So man may decay and man may grow, just as the sasya. Sasya means any plant, any corn. The corn, it will grow and it will decay also. It is quite common. So like sasya, even jiva, they grow, they decay. It is quite natural. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuh. Why to lament and why to feel sad for this situation? In fact, this is not death for Nachiketas. He is only being sent as Dakshina or as a disciple or as a guest to Yamasadana. So saying all these things, he requested, prayed, and then father also, he got convinced and satisfied. He sent his son Nachiketas to Yamaloka. Then his father sent Nachiketa with pleasant mind, in fact, firmly deciding that he should gain knowledge. Then Nachiketa went to Yama only 5 minutes time. When Nachiketas went to Yamasadana, at that time, Yama was not at home. He returned after 3 days. Then all these 3 days, Nachiketas waited. We know already this, and then this Yamadharmaraja's Patni, Dharmapatni, she, the moment Yama returned, she advised Yamadharmaraja, her husband, that because a great Atithi is standing, awaiting your arrival, you please worship him. That is how she advised her husband. It is the duty of the wife to give such good advices to the husband whenever he needs. So on fourth day, when Yamatharma Raja came home, his Dharmapatni, she, and also even the counselors, the ministers of Yamatharma Raja, we can say, they said, Vaishvanaraka pravishyati atithihi brahmano gruhan tasyaitam shantim kurvanti hara vaivasvatodakam. A Brahmin guest shining like the fire entered the house as if to burn the house. So you please pacify him, please him with arghya, padya, and doing all atithi puja, and by pleasing his mind and heart. So, hey Vaivasvata, carry water. You take water, this bowl of water, wash his feet, and offer water to him to drink, etc. Then why one should do all this? I have already explained the reasons, all the three. Because why one should be afraid of, if a guest without eating anything leaves that place, and if a guest is not given proper atichya, if a guest does not eat anything at home for first day, then Asha and Pratiksha of the Grihastha will vanish. Then second day, his Sunrita, Punya, will get destroyed. Then third day, his own children, Santana, and also the cattle, Asti, properties and all will also leave him and go away. They will be destroyed. Therefore, a guest should never be neglected under any circumstances. Especially the Brahmin Vatus or Brahmacharis or Veda Pandits come as guests. So they are equal to God. So the message which this incident is giving is the messages we have to receive from this Upanishad is the wives, Gruhini. It is the duty of a Gruhini to work as a minister. Karyeshu Dasi, Karaneshu Mantri, so that she should give proper advices at proper time to her husband. Then second social point which we have to receive is the guest. Atithirvai Narayanaka, guest should be honored. Then the third point which we receive is, if we do not honor the guest, the Grihastha will lose everything. So he should always have the feeling that the Atithi is Sakshat Paramatma Swarupa. So all these are the take-home messages. They are the advices which are being given to us from this Kathopanishad from point of view of social point of view, we can say, or ethical and moral point of view. Then what is Asha and Pratiksha? Tomorrow I'll tell you. That is in the next class. Still so many mantras and so many very nice points are there. We'll see as far as Paramatma permits. So, Swasti at present for today.
ధన్యవాదములండి.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
అనంతన్ గారు ప్రార్థన చేస్తారా?
अस्तु महोदय, अहं करोमि.
చేయండి.
ఓం స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యః పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహిమహీషాః. ఓ బ్రాహ్మణేభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకా సమస్తా సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ. దేశోऽयं క్షోభరహితः. బ్రాహ్మణాः సంతు నిర్భయాः. అపుత్రాः పుత్రిణः సంతు పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः. అదనాः సదనాः సంతు జీవంతు శరదాం శతం. ఓం సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః. సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః. సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు. మా కశ్చిద్ దుఃఖభాగ్ భవేత్. ఓం అసతో మా సద్గమయ. తమసో మా జ్యోతిర్గమయ. మృత్యోర్మా అమృతంగమయ. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. ఓం పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే. పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం. సర్వేభ్యః నమస్కారः.
ఓకే అండి, నమస్కారం. జనగణమన పడదామండి, చిల్లా చిట్టుబాబు గారు.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद।
जय हिंद. ధన్యవాదములండి చెట్టుబాబు గారు.